Welcome back to the channel. I'm Crypto Trend Trader, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Bitcoin. But before we get started, I'd like to remind you, it's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. These markets are extremely volatile, so please trade at your own risk. Alright, so basically, if you watched our video from yesterday, essentially what we were looking for was a breakout of this triangle right here. As soon as we got the confirm close, I'm on the 4-hour Bitcoin here. As soon as we got this confirm close over that resistance line, that purple resistance line, we knew we were already accumulating through this area here, but we knew that that was a breakout above this area, and what we were expecting was either potentially a fake out like this or a strong move to the upside. So as soon as we got continuation, we knew it was going to be a nice trending move. We did over 7% on that trade. If anyone entered that setup from yesterday that we had posted, it was a beautiful trade. It's still a beautiful trade. But now I just wanted to do a quick update because we are extremely overbought. RSI, MACD, everything is screaming that we may have topped out here, at least in the time being, that we're likely to enter consolidation. So we did go ahead and take some profits along the way. Essentially what we were looking for was contact with this fib circle here, which we did get. And again, I'm sorry the chart is so busy today, guys. I'm just doing this real quick. But we had come down here and found support on this fib level, and when we dropped off from this diagonal support here, we had came down and we got picked up on the fib level here at the bottom, and we were essentially getting walked up by it. And what we were expecting to happen was either to get pinched right here by this resistance and break to the upside, which we did, and that's where that trade setup came from yesterday, or to get pinched and break to the downside. We already hit our first two targets for this trade. The first one was fairly moderate. The second one was right here at this blue line, and also the fib circle that we got the interaction with. And our third target, we're going to leave it open. Our third target is the top of this triangle. It's obviously quite a ways up yet, but we could always take a little profit along the way. But we're just going to keep moving the stop loss up with it. There is a likelihood at this point in time, I don't want to say it's definitely going to happen, but there is a high likelihood that we do in fact get this rally does get faded off this point right here, and we do dump back down after a little small consolidation or something like this. But again, we could see continuation to the upside, but the last thing I wanted to see was basically us to get caught up right here in a situation like this where we're basically just getting held down by that support, because as you can see, just looking back here, this support is extremely powerful. When we finally did break above it here, we never broke back below it with the candle close. We had only gotten some wicks, and then finally when we started consolidating and we started really testing it right here and we broke down from it, we expected a retest, and we did get that retest. But at this point in time, that might have been the move. That could have been the move. It could have been the whole move, but it was a nice move. There's no reason to get greedy with it. If you do 7% on a position in a few hours, there's no reason to leave too much on the table here, but there is definitely a vested interest in letting your winners ride. So what we're doing is we're going to let this guy run up here the remainder of the position, and if the situation occurs and this does get faded and we dump back down, we'll get taken out of the position at a small it'll still be a gain, but it'll be a small loss from our gain. So basically just give back a small percent to see if we can get some continuation. In the event we do get some consolidation here, what I was hoping to see was us close in between this fib circle and that resistance line right here and find support on it again, and then continuation, hoping to get up to one of these higher fib levels. It would have been great to see us get back to the 236 in green here, or the gold 382. But at this point in time, we'll have to see how the daily closes. We've got about 30 minutes left, and we're right at that support line, right at that fib level or resistance, depending how you look at it. But we did make it back up above the 618. I mean, this could go either way right now, but we got into a great trade. We accumulated through the bottom. We took the breakout trade as well. There's no reason to turn this into a loser if it does sell off, but at the same time, we don't want to just get taken out of the trade right here during consolidation and then get another violent move to the upside. But if we do get the move to the upside, what we're looking at is essentially from here to the top of the channel, somewhere in that range of about another 8.5%. And if this rally does get faded and we dump back down, we're essentially looking for it to come back and give back the majority of the rally, again about 8.5%, or continuation down here 13%. And again, what we were talking about yesterday with the spring, a lot of times you'll see the price will get forced in one direction, and then it'll use that fuel to shoot it back up in the other direction. And that's what happened here. We broke down below here, we consolidated for a little bit, and then we shot up above it, and now it's not uncommon to see, again, we'll break up above this and then we'll shoot back down to the bottom. So what we're doing is we're essentially pulling back that slingshot, just like we talked about yesterday. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's our Bitcoin technical analysis today on the 4-hour. If you took that trade yesterday, congratulations, guys. We did great on that. It was an awesome trade. If you didn't, you look back and look at it and at least learn something from it, because we did give the basic layout for it. It did not come down and test that second trade, so we only got entered on the first position. But again, successful trade's a successful trade. Don't ever get mad about not entering a trade and missing out on money. Always be happy to just take your profits. Okay, it's always better to just take a winner and wait for the next one. Alright, and check out, we did do a couple more of the indicator series videos today with some cool indicators if you're familiar with TradingView and interested in something different. But just in case you wanted to know, we do have right here the stochastic, the MACD, and the RSI on here. And these are all just regular TradingView indicators that are available to anyone. Alright, thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. If you like what you see, please give us a like, subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if there's something you'd like to see or something that you think I could do better, or if you have a opposite view of mine, I'd be glad to hear about it. Again, I'm Crypto Trend Trader, and this is Bitcoin Technical Analysis on the 4-hour. Alright, and we'll see how this last 30-minute goes on the daily close, and we'll get a lot of information from there. If we close above this and see continuation, I think it's likely we get a big push to the upside. If we do see sell-off, it's possible that we do get back this rally and see continuation to the downside. But keep in mind these key fib levels and resistance and support, and you'll see that we do interact with it quite often. So, Crypto Trend Trader, signing off.